What's up, everyone? I'm Sam from Team Sunny Days, and this is Red-Black Lurrus Aggro. This is a low-to-the-ground aggro deck that uses prowess creatures like Swiftspear, Soulscar Mage, and Abbot of Carol Keep to leverage your use of Mishra's Baubles, Mutagenic Growths, and a bunch of cheap burn spells. You also have Kiln Fiend, which, although there's no way to give it trample in the deck, is just very good with Lava Dart and efficient removal spells like Lightning Bolt and Fatal Push to just push damage through low creature count decks or decks with no creatures at all, like Tron. This deck utilizes Lurrus very well. You have 4 Mishra's Baubles, 2 Seal of Fires, and a bunch of cheap 1-mana creatures, so you can get them back with Lurrus pretty quickly. Just get a good amount of value in against control. And you have access to black cards like Thoughtseize, Cling to Dust, and Fatal Push in order to deal with the combo decks like Dredge, Neobrand, and then Fatal Push is great against decks that play creatures that you can't really beat like Tarmogoyf and Scavenging Ooze. Fatal Push just a catch-all answer to those big butts that you won't be able to ram your prowess creatures through very easily. This deck used to be the best deck in Modern before the Companion nerf. Now that Companions have been nerfed a tiny bit, this deck is still very good, probably the best red prowess deck you could be playing in the format. It's just very quick. The Mishra's Bauble plan leads you to some very quick kills with your prowess creatures, and Mutagenic Growth just protects from all the lightning bolts that are running around in this format. This deck's really well positioned right now because some of the best decks in the format are blue-green Uro decks and Ponza midrange. This deck has a pretty good time against Uro. You have the Cling to Dust, and you are a lot more aggressive than traditional burn decks, so you can overpower a turn 4 or 5 Uro pretty easily. And against Ponza, you don't really care. You have 6 black spells, but in reality, you have the Lava Darts for their Arbor Elves, you have the Bolts. You are just beating them down much quicker than they can actually put a defensible board state up against you. This deck's just very good in this metagame, and that's why I'm giving it a shot right now. That being said, let's get into some games and cheese people with some Kiln Fiends. Alright, so we're here in game 1 with Lurrus Aggro. This hand doesn't really cast our spells. If one of these was a second land, this would be great, but it is not, so we have to mulligan this. This hand's a lot better. I think here we're just going to bottom this bauble. We have a good configuration here. Our opponent's mulliganing to 5, so this Thoughtseize is going to be really good. Depending on what they are, we might just fire it off on turn 1. Blast Zone. That worries me that it's Eldrazi Tron, so I think I am just going to fire off this Thoughtseize in case we need to take a Chalice of the Void. Matter Reshaper, Maze Mind Tome, Thought-Knot Seer. I think I'm honestly just going to take this Matter Reshaper. If they want to spend time using their Tome, I don't really give a shit. Next turn we just get to go Swiftspear, Seal of Fire. They drew a Power Plant, so they just like showing me information. Awesome. Something nice? Sure. That's fine. Yeah, Swiftspear into Seal of Fire. Let's just get him dead. They probably should just be end-step scrying here so they can try to find a Thought-Knot Seer. Sorry, a Eldrazi Temple for this Thought-Knot Seer. They put a card on top. Chalice is bad. Yep, they hit the Chalice. That probably means we're just dead. Yeah, we're not going to be able to beat this Thought-Knot Seer. Chalice is really bad for us. The only cards we have to deal with it, we have Wear Tear. Yeah, that's it. We don't have any Abrades in this sideboard. Kind of tough. Put another card on top. We're going to cast a Thought-Knot Seer, and we're going to die to that. Not great. Chalice is an issue. So here we're going to bring in these Wear Tears. We also probably want some amount of Molten Rains on the play. That seems pretty good. Cling to Dust doesn't really do anything. And Seal of Fire is a bit slow. I think I'm also good taking out like a Metamorphose or 2. Like, this is a good Kiln Fiend matchup, but Manamorphose is just really slow. Like, we want to be able to mulligan until we find an answer to a Chalice of the Void, whether that be Aware or Thoughtseize. And, like, we're already bringing in the Molten Rain, so having too many 2-drops isn't great. So I'm fine just cutting both Manamorphose here. Alright, this hand's pretty good. I think we're going to lead on just turn 1 Seal of Fire. We're going to get this Kiln Fiend down. We have a Wear Tear for their Chalice of the Void, but we don't really have any way to trigger this Kiln Fiend aside from it. So I think this hand is good enough on the back of Wear Tear and Kiln Fiend, the 2 best cards in the matchup. I don't think we want to be playing the Bauble this turn, because we're just planning on playing our Kiln Fiend next turn. In case we draw another Prowess creature, we're gonna want to hold this Bauble. Power plant into map, sure. Alright, what's our draw step is a Molten Rain. Okay, so that means we are going to use this Bauble here so we can scry with our fetch lands. Sundered Canyon is not something we want, so we're just going to fetch that away. Bolt is good. Another nice Prowess. So this probably means a Thought-Knot Seer. Another Kiln Fiend's nice. I think because we're not going to be able to deal with a Thought-Knot Seer that easily, I think we're just going to Molten Rain a Power Plant here. They're just sacking the map for a Eldrazi Temple, it looks like. We just get to whack them for 4. Matter Reshaper is annoying, but whatever. Ooh, Molten Rain's nice. Okay, so let's start by sealing the Matter Reshaper, so we can get him with this Kiln Fiend. Tome gets put into play. That's annoying, but sure. Get to Molten Rain their thing again because we're lucky as shit, and put him to 8. Relic doesn't matter. They're just cracking it now. Alright, they're dead. Cool. We just bolt their face. And then kill that. Sick. I think our sideboard configuration is good. Let's just submit like this. Alright, hand's good. We have Swift Spear, we have Thoughtseize. It kind of sucks that we have to lead on this Thoughtseize, but whatever. Yeah, we have to... We're not beating a Chalice, so we have to Thoughtseize here. Karn the Great Creator and Matter Reshaper. Yeah. Our opponent's going to get Tron guaranteed, so we're taking the Karn. Next turn we get to go Swift Spear into Dart Bauble, probably. Bolt's nice, it takes care of the Reshaper. We could also just Thoughtseize. Like, this Thoughtseize isn't getting any better. They're going to have Tron, they're just casting every spell they draw. Expedition map doesn't matter. There wasn't really any point getting a scry with the Bauble because they're just going to crack it on the end step if they don't want us to have the information. Yeah, let's just crack the Bauble in their upkeep. Blast Zone is annoying, but they're not actually going to be able to crack it on the Swift Spear. Another tower's cute, so they have nothing in their hand. Sick. I don't know what they get with Expedition Map that's better than Blast Zone. What do we get? We We get a Cliffs and a Thoughtseize. Doesn't really matter. Let's just cast this Abbot here. Hopefully we can get something nice off of this. Sacred Foundry. I mean, there's no point in casting Thoughtseize, so I guess we just play the Sacred Foundry and dart our opponent. So our Spear's maybe dying next turn. So getting down the Abbot is pretty important there. We also could just get another Blast Zone to deal with this Abbot in a turn or so. Another Power Plant. Alright, they're just protecting themselves from Molten Rain. That's reasonable. Alright, Maze Mind Tome doesn't actually matter. They're just going to draw a card here. Odds are they're just going to Blast Zone away our Spear. Yeah, reasonable enough. They have 4 cards in hand. One of them's unknown. It's probably fine to fire off the Thoughtseize here. They have 1 unknown, and this Thoughtseize isn't really going to get better. It's just a prowess trigger for this Abbot. We also might be able to just get our opponent if they want to crack the Spear. Crack the Blast Zone now. They probably won't, though. They're smart. Dismember. That's interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't dismember our... Oh, because... Okay, yeah, sure. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, so let's just attack here. Cracking Blast Zone. Yep, okay. So here we're just going to play a Spear. Try to kill our opponent next turn. We have the Dart, we have Bolt. 8 mana. Sick. This is looking good for us. Abbot. So this is 3 plus 5 is 8. 9, 10, 11. This is exactly 11. So I think we can afford to just play out our Abbot right now. Get something nice. Kiln Fiend. Okay. Looks like we're not going to cast this Kiln Fiend right now, though. I'd rather kill my opponent. I'm going to make sure I did the math correctly. This is 3 plus 3 is 6. Prowess brings it to 8. 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Let's dart our opponent. Sacking the bad land. If we get got by Contortion here, but whatever. And it's exactly lethal. And we got there. Sick. Alright, we're on the play for match 2. And it's our hand. Our hand's great. We get to do all the things on turn 2. Copperline Gorge into Shriekhorn. This matchup can be scary. If they just Creeping Chill, if they get the Creeping Chills, it's annoying. Alright, cool. Wood of Foothills doesn't matter. What are our Dredge hates? We have Nile Spellbomb, but that's really it. That's tough. Alright, yeah, we're just casting our spells here. Let's Swift Spear into Bauble. It's pretty free to wait on this Lava Dart in case we draw another Prowess creature. So our opponent's probably going to upkeep, activate Shriekhorn. They mill over a Thug. That's annoying. We're not going to get any information off of this. All right, they dredge a Thug. Another Shriekhorn. And there's the Ox, which they're going to be able to cast next turn. This is pretty bad. Let's take a look at their top card. It's a Conflag. Abbot. Oh, that's a nice one. All right, let's Let's think about this. If we cling their Ox, yeah, we definitely are clinging the Ox, because this is, if we cling the Ox and then dart them, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 6. I mean, I guess in that case it's free to go Sunbaked into Abbot in case you get like a bobble or something. Or another cling. Alright, Soul Scar Mage sucks. We are just clinging the Ox. And I also think we are waiting on this dart. We have this Abbot here. Although our opponent could like get another creature, I think if we draw another land, we want to be escaping this cling. We can't actually... Yeah, we have to draw a fetch land to escape the cling. We also want the land for our Abbot. Yeah, there's the Conflag. There's Creeping Chill and a Ghoul. It's getting a little harder. They can Conflag away our board. Alright, there's another Creeping Chill. This is not good for us. They can Conflag away our board. Actually, they can't. They can just Conflag these two things, and they have to go 3-2, or else we just dart them and have them survive. Yeah, they figured it out. How many cards do they have in their hand? None. Alright, let's hope this Abbot is good enough. They're going to have infinite blockers for next turn. This is bad. Soul Scar Mage, yeah, we're just dead here. They're going to have all the blockers in the world. Alright, this matchup isn't great. Let's try it again. We have these Nihil Spell Bombs, which are good. We don't want Boils. Don't want these. Nope. 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 Alright, cool. What's the worst card here? Thoughtseize is pretty shitty. I think I'm into taking Thoughtseize. All the cards we care about are in their bin. Like, if we take a Cathartic Reunion, Thoughtseize is good. But I don't think it's better than any of these cards. It might be better than Metamorphose. No, I think I'm just going to submit like this. Having these Clings in the main deck were really nice. Although it didn't end up being good enough last game, it was still fine. On the play with a fine Kiln Fiend hand, so we're going to give it a keep. If we draw a black source for this Cling, it's going to be amazing. Shriekhorn's bad. Yep, people are getting smarter. They're activating it in their main phase so they can hit Ghoul, Chill. Yeah, we got this Mutagenic Growth. That means they're dead on the next turn with this Kiln Fiend. Not on turn 3, but on turn 4. There's a Ghoul, nothing important. Angle, what do they got for us? They discard Wooded Foothills? Cute. Bloodstained Mire's great. They're not dead this turn, right? Like, math. So this is 1 plus 6 plus 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Hold on, let me do my math right. Yeah, this is 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Alright, they're dead. Poor opponent. Let's eat, I guess, a Stomping Ground. It doesn't really matter. Let's just do it all now, just to get it over with. This is 15, yep, sick. Kiln Fiend is a hell of a card. Nothing to change here. Let's try it again. On the draw in Game 3 with a okay hand, we have Graveyard Hate, we have a Thoughtseize for their Cathartic, and we have the Broken card. So we're going to give it a shot. Soulscar is good. I think if our opponent had Haggle, so they mulliganed to 5 here. If they had Haggle, they would have used it in their main phase. If they had the Shriekhorn, they would have cast it. So I think the only card they can have is Cathartic. The only card that would have allowed them to keep this hand. So I think we're actually just going to Thoughtseize it. It feels bad not playing the Soulscar Mage, but Thoughtseizing the Cathartic. Yeah. All they have is a Loam. And we can probably just snag this Loam. We can go like Soulscar, snag the Loam with a Cling, and they're probably just dead. Alright, they got another Wood of Foothills. That's pretty annoying. So their hand is Loam, City of Brass. They're just targeting nothing? Why would they not? That's strange. Okay. Alright, I guess we just Cling the Loam and cast Soulscar. Next turn we get to go Kiln Fiend and to hopefully kill you. Yeah, they conceded. Awesome. Yeah. Cling to Dust is a hell of a card. Alright, on the play for match 3. Let's get a nice one. This is a nice one. Sick. Turn 1 Spear, turn 2 Kiln Fiend, turn 3 hopefully kill you. Let's hope this isn't a bolt. Let's just get him with this Spear, see what happens. If I kill our Kiln Fiend here, that would be pretty shitty. Triumph. Right, that's a nice sign. So hopefully they don't have a bolt. If they don't have bolt, they're probably just dead. Yeah, we get to add black with this for the Thoughtseize. I'm excited about this. Growth Spiral into untapped red source to kill our Kiln Fiend. Gonna pay 3 to kill our Kiln Fiend. Black, red. Thoughtseize. What you got for me? Alright, you're dead. Sick. I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure they're just dead. With just this Lava Dart. Yeah, they're just very dead with Lava Dart. Kiln Fiend's really stupid with Lava Dart, holy shit. Alright, so against the Temur Uro deck, I like Boil, and I don't really like anything else. Nile Spellbomb deals with Uro, but I don't think that's relevant. So let's bring in the Boil, definitely. Cling is the much better answer to Uro, because it draws a card or deals with Uro. This one, and it only costs 1 mana. This one costs 2. This one's even multiple Prowess triggers, which is kind of broken. We could also consider Molten Rains, but that just seems bad. This isn't a matchup where the actual lands they have matter, it's just the multitude of lands, and I believe that deck plays somewhere around 27 lands. The other card we're going to cut here is probably just a Manamorphose. Just a 2-mana spell that's non-impactful. I find myself cutting Manamorphose a lot here. In the blue-red Prowess deck, you have Manamorphose to be able to turn on your Storming entities, but in this deck, it's just good with Kiln Fiend and then your Prowess creatures, so I don't actually find Manamorphose too important. Yeah, this hand's great. It doesn't have a mountain for the lava dart, but it's still fine. And there is the mountain card. We're broken. We even have the mutagenic growth if they want to bolt the Swift Spear. That's kind of sick. End step grab Triome, the most broken play in Magic. Oh yeah. That's so good. Yeah, now we get to go Swift Spear into Seal of Fire, into protect one from a bolt with a mutagenic growth. It's kind of sick. Are we not casting the growth here? I think we are casting a growth. I think... What can our opponent have here? Like, they're going to go Uro next turn? Yeah, we can actually save this growth. If they want... I think it's just correct to save it. Yeah. Like, there's no way they can actually, like, wipe our board. They don't play Anger the Gods, I don't believe. And even if they want to spend their turn anchoring, we can actually still just save one with a mutagenic growth. Yeah, let's save it with the growth. Hell yeah. And they're probably dead here. We get to go Manamorphose. Add red-black. Okay, they're just dead. That's sick. Alright, now we get to bobble. We even get to do the scry thing with this cling. Bobble ourselves. What do we get? There's a Blood Crypt on top. Alright, so we want to shuffle it away with this Tarn. Let's just grab a mountain. Cling their bolt. Do we get something nice? We get a Bloodstained Mire. That is not something nice. So let's just bolt their face. This puts lethal in play. They have to have a Snapcaster Mage to block, which doesn't work because Seal of Fire. Alright, cool. Aether Gust does work, though. I think we are going to bottom this Aether Gust. Yeah, we're going to bottom the Swift Spear. So our opponent's at 5, at a realistic 3. Cling is fine. Cling means they're not going to be able to escape an Uro, which is pretty important. Mutagenic's also sick. Yeah, we're just escaping the Cling. I guess targeting the Aether Gust. Actually, I think we are going to just cast... So, like, if they have a draw spell, like a Growth Spiral, they can put the Aether Gust on top and then draw it. So we're actually just going to cast Mutagenic Growth on our Swift Spear. Put the lethal in play this way, so they can't use the Gust to... Yeah, okay, this looks good. And they know we have this Cling to Dust in our graveyard to deal with the Aether Gust. Alright. And they know we have this Cling to deal with the Aether Gust, so yeah, we're just going to escape our Cling. Target the Gust. Exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will probably give the concession, unless they have a return that to our hand to draw a card. Sure. Yeah, they're at 4 now, so at a realistic 2. Alright, Lava Dart's sick. Lava Dart will kill them in a turn. Unless I can play Uro here. Do they have the Uro card? Yeah, we can force lethal here with this Spear. We go attack. We cling their Cryptic Command. And this forces lethal, and then we have the Lava Dart. Fact or Fiction. Let's respond to this Fact or Fiction by killing my opponent. Because if they force a negation this Lava Dart, we just die. Sick. That was a tough third game. It wasn't. There weren't many too hard decisions, but like you had to sequence that pretty nicely to get there. Our opponent's hand was pretty decent. They had the Aether Gust. They didn't have Uro. We never actually had to deal with Uro that match. It would have been a little harder if we actually did. These Clings would have gained 3 life instead of drawing cards. We would not have had the velocity to keep going, but we got there against a really tough matchup, which is always exciting. Alright, on the play with Lurrus Prowess, and this hand's good enough. We have the Soulscar Mages, Thoughtseize, should be good. We don't have a mountain for this Lava Dart, but... And our opponent's also mulliganing to 4. So this should be good for us. Yeah, I like leading with Soulscar Mage. Like, if they're a Neo brand, we get bodied, but that's really about it. That's the only deck we get punished by not Thoughtseizing on turn 1. It looks like it's Dredge again. Sure. Stinkweed, there's an Ox and a Loam. Looks like they're going to be not going to be able to cast that Ox next turn, probably. Yeah, let's just go Soulscar and attack. This Thoughtseize is looking pretty bad, but whatever. We're probably just loaming back some lands here. That would make sense. Yep. So they're going to be able to cast that Ox next turn. They're going to dredge over this. This mills 3, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fetchland is 8, so they can cast the Ox no matter what happens. There's not much point in actually casting the Thoughtseize now. But I don't think it's getting any better. It's possible we're just supposed to Lightning Bolt here. I think we have to Bolt. That's just pretty bad. Not drawing a land wasn't great. I kept the 1-lander. It's fine. There's the Chill for the Ghoul. Using Chill means he can't cast the Ox this turn, which is pretty good for us. Stinkweed doesn't matter. Sure. Land? Not a land. Alright, so the plan here is we're just going to dart this Stinkweed Imp. It's going to go to a 0-power creature, so it's not going to deal any damage to our Soulscar Mage. He's going to cast the Ox this turn, and that Creeping Chill probably kills us. We're going to stop F6ing in case they want to cast that Conflag after the Ox. Or they might just do it now. Just like kill both their dudes. Yep. Not looking good for us. There's a Narc Amoeba, some more ghouls. I'm trying to figure out if we can actually win this game next turn. I think we can if we draw, like... Yeah, they're just conflagging our Soulscar Mages. Oh, it's just another Ox. Yeah, sure, that's good. I didn't see that. I didn't see that they dredged that one. Another chill. 2 more chills. Narc. Yeah, okay. We're done. I think I like sideboarding the same way that I did before. Take out the Thoughtseize, bring in the Niles. Go like that. Alright, so this hand on 7 doesn't have any aggression, so we're just going to ship it. This is a lot better. I think we're going to bottom this Abbot. Like, we get to go turn 1... Soulscar, turn 2, Nile, maybe even Mutagenic Growth on 2. It's probably fine in case our opponent like gets a blocker down or something. Just like good to get the prowess in. Bottom the Abbot. Seems good. And when we get a good hand, our opponent mills the 3. Alright, yeah, so we're just going to lead on this Soulscar Mage. Broken. So Spear's interesting. I think it's pretty free to just play out the Niles this turn. Just to play around like Cathartic. They want to like grudge our Niles Bubble, that doesn't matter. Milling Stinkweed Cathartic. I think we can let them dredge a Stinkweed Imp. Like, if they hit some good things, then that sucks. Alright, now we exile. Sick. Yeah, so they just drew 2 after dredging the Stinkweed. Sure. Alright, we get to go Swiftspear into... Mutagenic Growth. Hopefully we get something nice next turn, like a Lava Dart. Bolt works as well. Sick. Alright, we get to try to win a game where our opponent doesn't mulligan to 3. That's going to be pretty difficult. Alright, this hand doesn't have hate, but it has prowess creatures and burn spells. You just have to keep these hands. And there is our hate spell. That is sick. Let's just grab this Blood Crypt. I think next turn we're probably just casting the Abbot as a Goblin Piker with prowess. That seems pretty correct. Hopefully our opponent's Cathartic doesn't just body us. Dark Blast Ox. Ooh. Alright, so this Abbot is going to get Dark Blasted. So I think this turn we're just going to leave up Cling. Ooh, Kiln Fiend is interesting. Kiln Fiend is really good. So the thing about Dark Blast is they could upkeep Dark Blast our Kiln Fiend and then Dark Blast the Kiln Fiend. I think if they want to spend their turn... They also have to have double black to do that. I think we are just casting this Kiln Fiend. It's just too high upside. They also just have to have another black source for the for the Dark Blast to do that line. Nothing. All right, they're probably just escaping Ox this turn, which we might be able to kill them through because we have a bolt for the Ox. Hopefully they don't hit too many Narc Amoebas. Those are cards we're going to have issues beating. Alright, 1 Creeping Chill. And 2 Creeping Chills and a Narc Amoeba. Shit. Yeah, that's not great. We did get punished for not clinging the Ox. There's a lot of Prized Amalgam triggers. Lava Dart? Not a Lava Dart. They're at 27. There is not a good way to do this. I think we have to lead on clinging a Helix. Try to draw a Dart. Nope. Yeah, we just go Bolt, Bolt. This is 4, this is 10. Yeah, no. We lose. Alright, we are on the play, playing for the 4-1, hopefully. And hand's not good enough, no creature. Yeah. I guess I'll keep this bottom Cliffs. It's close to good enough. Hopefully this Kiln Fiend just doesn't die. This is 16 damage on turn 3. This is the Thoughtseize, we're probably just dead. Yep. They're just taking Bolt, they have the removal spell for Kiln Fiend. That's tough. Yep. Bad Jund matchup. Yeah, let's just put this Lurrus in our hand. That's fine. Our opponent wants to Thoughtseize that. It doesn't... I don't think we're winning this game without getting this Lurrus online. I think this is the best, definitely the best turn to get it into our hand. Liliana, shoot. Yeah, let's just discard Manamorphose. This card isn't really doing anything. Dart, yeah, let's just Bolt Lily and then dart it. Oh, we were definitely supposed to tap that for the Cling. I'm tired, dude. This is Forest for Bloodbraid Elf. Red and 6, that's cheating. They have a Catacombs in their hand. Cool. Mire, yeah, go. I'm just going to cling whatever they target with the red and 6. Okay, so Spear is fine. We're just going to end step, crack this, get the Blood Crypt. Hopefully we draw a land so we can Kiln Fiend. Yeah. We have Terminate. Yep, not great. Hopefully next turn this Lava Dart is going to be able to get us places. Yeah, we can go Swift Spear, Cling, Dart. Screws is annoying. Yep, eat the Cling. You're going to eat the Dart. They might eat Lava Dart. Goyf. Shoot. That's basically game. Let's see what we get. Morphos. Alright. Let's add red-black. Seal of Fire. That deals with the Skoos. We can actually force them to trade the Kiln Fiend for the Goyf now. We just dart their face. Oh, yeah. We dart their face. Flashback dart. We messed this up. We were supposed to just Seal of Fire the Skoos. Now we're just sacking all our lands. We put them to 4 here. They trade the Kiln Fiend for the Goyf. Now any burn spell is basically lethal. Goyf is annoying. Thoughtseize also doesn't do anything. At least we have a blocker with the Swift Spear. It's possible we're just going to ultimate Ren in 6 and then flash back the Terminate with the land that we know about in their hand. Yep, they're just going to try to race us here. Looks like we have 1 turn to draw something because of this Raging Ravine. Nope, they're just leaving it back. Sure, that's interesting. Burn spell? That's not a burn spell. If they have a bolt, we are dead to this Raging Ravine. Yeah, because this is 9, you go to 2. Kiln Fiend, not good enough. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know if we messed up, if we lost this game because of the sequencing I did with Dart. I don't think it actually mattered because we didn't end up needing the lands. It just wasn't great. Right, so against Jund, I like Fatal Push. Fatal Push just deals with Goyf pretty nicely. We can take out these Morphoses. We can take out Morphos. You could also take out Mutagenic Growths if you think their removal spell of choice is Fatal Push, not Bolt. I think I'm fine taking out the Metamorphose, though. It's just so bad. It's so bad with our good cards, like Abbot and Kiln Fiend. I'm just fine trimming those. This hand doesn't do anything. These Kiln Fiends... If we had another land, obviously, but... Alright, looks like we are going to 5 against Jund on the play. You never want to be in that position. At least they're mulliganing too. Is this better than a 4? I don't think so. Like, we just need to hit creatures. Yes, okay. This is a hand we like. Let's bottom Kiln Fiend, Soulscar Mage, and Thoughtseize. Let's try to just be aggressive with this hand. We draw a land next turn. It's good. Alright, they're taking our Spear. That's not good. Shoot. Alright, we hit the land, but it's not good enough. Because this deck isn't playing land up the stage, I think I just like running out the Dart to get the extra prowess trigger. Seal of Fire is not good enough. Yeah, we're just going to cast Seal of Fire and say go. We're probably not beating this Goyf ever. Lily, make a sack the Swiss Spear. Shoot. Looks like they're probably just going to be attacking with Goyf. Yeah. Yeah, we can just concede this one. Like, even if we put the Lurrus in our hand, they're just going to get it with Liliana. There's no way we're winning this one. Alright, so we got a 3-2 with the deck. It was definitely fine. One of the better Prowess decks I've been playing. I played a little bit with the M. Hayashi mono-red Obosh deck. Wasn't that great. You had some pretty shitty creatures in the form of Bomat Courier and Blister Coil Weird. This deck felt very good with the baubles, the clings. Thoughtseize is pretty important. Like, burn decks typically have issues with combo decks like Neobrand, and also need to be able to deal with Chalice of the Voids efficiently. Thoughtseize is a pretty efficient way to deal with it. You don't really want to be playing cards like Smash or Smithereens in your deck. Changes I would make to the deck, I think I want Abrades. This deck doesn't have a lot of great removal spells, you just have the bolts. Like, Fatal Push is a good removal spell, but against the Prowess deck, you need ways to be able to deal with the Storming Entity. And Abrade is a very good card for that matchup. The blue-red deck just demolishes this deck, because Storming Entity is the only card that matters, and we just can't really beat it that efficiently. Lightning Bolt's the only card that does it, and sometimes you're going to need an additional damage or two, and Lava Darts and Seal of Fires can do the trick, but you just want a massive amount of removal spells to run them out of resources, while you get value with Lurrus and Abbott, and maybe even Cling to Dust. The rest of the sideboard is pretty solid. Flame Slash is great. This Boil feels a little out of place. This deck doesn't really want to be going to 4 or 5 mana, unlike the Obosh deck. But Boil's fine for the blue matchups if you think that you don't have a good matchup in there. But Boil's probably fine if you think you don't have a good matchup against the Mystic Sanctuary control decks. I personally think you do, so I probably wouldn't be playing Boil. If you guys are interested in playing this deck, I'm going to be posting a deck list with the updates I would make to it in our Discord. There's going to be a link in the description to that if you guys want to check that out. If you guys want to try out this deck, we made a comprehensive sideboard and matchup guide. It is currently available to all of our $1 patrons. If you want to check that out and give some support to the channel and the team, there's going to be a link to our Patreon in the description as well. If you guys enjoyed this gameplay video, make sure to go check out some of our previous videos we've done on some of our favorite decks. Also, if you want to see more, go ahead and click subscribe. We're going to be making a lot more content like this in the future. This has been Sam from Team Sunny Days, and I'll see y'all later.